Then YouTube, welcome back into another video. I'm the FIFA analyst, and as I said, today we are taking a look at these 4 things you can implement into your game to start getting great results at the start of FIFA 22. It might be your first time logging in this evening, so I hope you enjoy it, and let's go ahead and jump into point number 1. Timed finishing. Time finishing was something that was really strong on FIFA 19 and it wasn't that strong on FIFA 20 and 21. The risk wasn't really worth the reward, let's say. And that's due to the window of time finishing and how it was kind of nerfed. It's now a lot more viable and certainly a lot better on the finesse shots outside the box. You are going to come up against players on FIFA 22 where they're going to have men inside the box. It's difficult to break through. Try and look to work a finesse shot opportunity. How does time finishing work? We will have a tutorial at a later date going into it in more detail to show you the tiny animations to pay attention to. But for now, essentially, when you press the shoot button, as your leg gets pulled back, press shoot again. As you're about to kind of, go through the motion to strike the ball. This is different for each player. It depends on how quick you're running, how you're dribbling, the angle that you're at, whether you're volleying it, whether you're finessing it, whether you're powering it. It's very different. Practice makes perfect. You can go into a kickoff game, you can try it, and you can use it. But that finesse where you use the R1, RB button, and you press the shoot button, and then you press shoot again, you are going to see insane results. Some key things to pay attention to. You want to look for a finesse shot trait player, and he will definitely have a much higher chance. Anyone that has semi-decent long shots, you're seeing some examples with Ziyech, Saint Maximin, Neymar. Anyone with high curve will be very, very good at this as well. You will find sometimes you'll time the finish wrong and it will go a little white icon above your head and you'll still put the ball in the back of the net, and that's how strong these finesse shots are outside the box. As a quick roundup, how does time finishing know when you've done it? If you're too early, if you press that shoot button too early, it will go red above your icon, on your player. That means that it's a scuff shot. It's got no chance of going in, essentially. If it's yellow, it means that there's a chance it's still hit decently but not too well. If it's green, bang, that's what you want, fantastic. And if it's white, it means that you press the shoot button too late. It had no impact on the shot. The player basically was going to strike the ball regardless of whether you pressed that shoot button again or not. As I said, please spend some time practicing it and trying it. It is very viable outside the box. You can use it inside the box when you get more comfortable with it, to get those power shots and that sort of stuff as well. But jump into a kickoff match, have a little go, see what you think of it, and let me know how you get on. Our second point is going to be second man press. Second man press has had a complete rework this FIFA. How does it work? Essentially, when you hold the R1, RB button, which is second man press or second man contain or teammate contain, however you want to call it, your player who's got a green icon above his head, you see it on the screen, he will go and press the ball holder. This green icon lasts 4 seconds. Like, you have a little timer. Once you've used it for 4 seconds, he is now depleted of his second man press ability, teammate contain. When he's depleted, he won't no longer press the ball holder. How do you want to use this? The best way is to press the ball holder manually, then switch off that player, hold R1, RB, so he carries on pressing the ball holder, and you track any balls, any runs, any players that you think could be the next option for the opponent. They're going to apply a lot of pressure. It is best with your centre defensive mids, your fullbacks, your centre backs. And the reason for this is that the second man press ability on how good they're going to press that player is down to the defensive stats of that player. So let's say if you're using Neymar, he doesn't have great defensive stats. He won't press that ball holder all that great. But if you go and use Kante, he's going to press like an absolute menace, and is something that you will see some benefits from. It can be used in attack as well. You can use it in defense, obviously, to kind of set up traps, double team the opponent, tag team them as I call, and we'll see a specific video on second man press soon. But have a little practice with it. You'll start to see the efficiency of it and how it can work. And actually, it makes AI defending very, very strong right now. If you're, inside on the edge of the 18-yard box, you can select your fullback, hold that R1, RB, and let your centre defensive mid press the ball holder, and he'll probably defend better than you. Hopefully that gets changed, but that's what works at the minute. Number 3, FIFA 22 is very different in the sense that over the top through balls, switching the play is strong. You can put the ball in the air this year, which is great. Really, really happy to see it. Make sure you use it. If you were to use a through ball on the ground on FIFA 21 in that normal position. Instead, do an L1 triangle, LBY on Xbox. L1 triangle PlayStation, LBY on Xbox. And this will play the ball in the air, over the top, and they're almost inch perfect most of the time. They're really precise, they've got power, they're accurate, the ball moves quick, and you're going to find that you're actually going to get in behind so much of it. Don't be afraid to switch the play either. If you've got the ball with your right back, you can use X on PlayStation, on Xbox, square on PlayStation, to switch it from your right back to your left mid, from your centre back to your right mid. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Really, really effective way to just move the opponent's team across, try and create some gaps, try and get some exploits in that opponent's team. Honestly, use it, and it's so good seeing the ball be in the air. Last year, as I said, was just so much along the ground. It's really, really good to see that ball on there. So make sure you use it, have a little go with it, see how you find it as well. It is different. It will take you a while to get used to it, purely because last year was all on the ground. This year now, we're looking at over the top as being a very much a go-to way to do well in attack. And point number 4 to finish off, crossing. Crossing is strong this year. I don't have loads of clips for this, purely because I'm not a massive crosser of the ball. I like to try and work it a little bit better. But if you get into a position where your attacker is ahead of the defenders don't track and don't do very well. Be sure to go for a cross. A normal X on Xbox, a normal square on PlayStation will work an absolute treat for you. If you've got a Haaland, a Lukaku, someone like that, obviously they'll do better inside the box when it comes to these headers, but you can look for crosses as a viable option. You want to try and, get used to working the ball into a certain area to then go for the cross, and that will come with games played and experience. But again, like I said with the previous one, having the ball go in the air is nice to see. It is something that, you can have in your game and have a lot of success with it. There's been times where I probably wouldn't have gone for that cross, and I've whipped it in, and I've created a goal scoring opportunity and at least put pressure on the opponent, force a save from the goalkeeper, anything like that. So make sure you don't always run to the byline or cut back in. Mix it up a little bit, have a little bit of variety, go to the byline, cross it, instead. Cut back in, cross it instead. Have some variety in that gameplay. It really, really helps you confuse the opponent and make it difficult for them to understand what you're going to do, and makes you very unpredictable. So there will be some more guides coming over the next few days once we get more game time on FIFA 22, get more of an understanding of what's working and what you guys can carry on doing to get those best results. If you have enjoyed the video, as I always say, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. It helps us grow massively. And yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'll catch all of you in the